99X Barnes, Leslie, Jimmy, Rich, Crash, everybody in excitement. The levels are high because William Shatner is here. Hello, sir.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Doing great. How are you?
Really well, thank you.
You're a man of many hats, man. You're in all kinds of arenas.
Well, that's the name of the game now.
Telling you, whether it's VH1 or TV Land or
NBC, Third Rock
from the Sun, you've covered the satellite. You've covered my satellite. Now, did I also hear that you're also doing another CD, another musical CD?
You know, I'm planning on that with Ben Fold. We're beginning to talk about an album, yes.
Yeah, I had heard that you had asked Ben to produce it.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, how did that relationship hook up?
Well, Ben had... have you got time?
We got time.
We got time?
Shat, we're right here, baby. You got our attention.
That's true. Well, Ben Folds, you know who he is.
Absolutely.
I mean, one of the great novel, interesting musicians, innovative musicians, when I say novel, of our day and age, I think. And Ben had written me to do a number with him, to do something he had written for me. This was several years ago. And I did it, and it was very successful, and we began an acquaintanceship. And recently, a couple of months ago, I was asked by a record company if I'd like to do another record, and I asked Ben if he would do it with me, and he agreed. And we're in the middle of formulating it.
Now, I've always wanted to know, because everybody who's ever turned on a morning radio show has heard Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Yeah.
I've always wondered, when you did that, were you doing that as a gag, or were you doing that seriously?
Well, the circumstances were that the album that I did it for was a concept album, which I was trying to unite great literature with some of the songs of the day to relate how the spoken word, how the word is passed on. So I had interesting music done to the great pieces of literature. I've forgotten what Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds was linked to, but say it was Cyrano de Bergerac, a speech from Cyrano, which ends, "I may climb to no great heights, but I will climb alone," and segues musically into Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, which is a drug song, where a guy can't climb anywhere alone. And as I had acted the literature piece, I acted the song as a drug addict.
Uh-huh.
And if you heard the two pieces together, you would get some kind of an idea of what it was I was doing. But what happened was, people thought the cut was too long and just played the music. And so you were left wondering, what in heaven's name is that guy doing?
All right, if that's a story you want us to believe, we'll believe it.
Now, William, we had Patrick Stewart on a couple weeks ago, and he seemed very bitter about being typecast and pegged as only that guy on Star Trek.
Yeah.
Do you ever have those feelings that you think that, you know what, I can do so much more than just be Captain Kirk? And I mean, do you feel like you are typecast?
Well, I don't think I don't. I know you know me as Captain Kirk, but it's been so long, and I've done so many other things that I sort of forget it. I mean, maybe you don't, but I do.
I don't think you're typecast. I don't think he's typecast.
I don't think he is as much as Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, but
Patrick Stewart, he was bitter about it. He was, he kept trying to prove that he's done Shakespeare and stuff like that, and he was angry. And
no, I think
was he really? Because I know him. He's a dear friend of mine.
Oh, he's a great guy. He was totally and completely honest with us.
He was
awesome.
Actually. I think he gets annoyed by people constantly hounding him about the
Star
Kirk
Trek,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think James Tiberius Kirk is at all typecast or anything. I mean, after all, you're writing, you're producing, you're doing everything. And let's not forget some of the great works of T.J. Hooker, kids.
Oh,
come on.
Yeah. Riding those hoods.
Come on.
That's good stuff.
Is there going to be a T.J. Hooker the next generation?
I don't. I think everybody's dying. I think they're all turned gray and wizened.
William Shatner's on the phone. What do you think of the franchise of Star Trek?
Well,
where it's gone.
Well, it's been enormous. It's been an enormous moneymaker for Paramount Studios, and it's had so many manifestations. It's hard to tell with all the series and movies. The latest movie is out there now, but I would think that its time seems to be coming. That the wagons are circling and all that kind of thing.
William, thank you very much.
What a pleasure. pleasure to have spoken to you.
And not to typecast you, but live long and prosper.
Oh, well, there's typecasting right there.
And not to typecast it, buy low, sell high.
Mr. Shatner, if you would please hold on 1 second. William Shatner on the Morning X.
The best of the Morning X on 99X. Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. The original 99X.